Hello and welcome back to another video, and today is Friday and you know what that means. And today we're going to be doing a reaction to, it's Guilty Gear Day of course, and we're going to be doing a reaction to a song from Guilty Gear X2, I believe. It's called Holy Orders, or Be Just or Be Dead. So this is, I haven't heard this before. And it looks like it's a song from quite an older Guilty Gear, so it'll be quite interesting to see what this one sounds like. And this looks like 2D almost, so that's interesting. So before we get into it, if you're new here, what we'll do is we'll listen to the song all the way through without stopping, and then afterwards we'll play it again and stop and start in the second playthrough. Before we do that though, please do like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. I'd really appreciate that. And let me know what other songs from Guilty Gear you would like to see on the channel next. So, let's us get straight into it then. And let's get into the initial reaction of Holy Orders, Be Just or Be Dead in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh. Oh! Nice. Well, all right. Nice. Very, very nice indeed. Let's go back. So, yeah, I mean, that was a really nice track. Really, obviously, guitar forward in terms of, you know, how it's been set up. Obviously, the guitar doing the melody line. And kind of, kind of older sounding in some parts, but I think we'll talk about that more specifically when we get there. And just some really nice kind of like techniques being used musically as well. Just a really cool kind of fast-paced track that kind of really has that kind of classical sort of vibe to the music, which I suppose I'm not with a song like Holy Orders or something like that. You might kind of want that, you know, kind of classical kind of vibe. But we'll get to that more specifically when we get into the second playthrough, which is what we're going to do right now. So let's get into the second playthrough, and let's stop and start, and let's talk about a few things in it. Let's go. So yeah, so we kind of start off with this like synth sort of sound taking us in, and it's obviously got quite a lot of reverb effect on it, and you know, very kind of bouncy and playful in how it is, but also obviously in that minor, and kind of the whole song is kind of really playing on the harmonic minor as well, and that kind of gives it that. Well, I mean, the first kind of thing that I thought of when the song started playing was Castlevania. And it does give you that sort of very gothic Transylvanian kind of vibe to the song, and that's kind of hinted at all the way through. And that might lead with Holy Orders and who this character is, and what their you know, what their setting is, and what they're trying to do. So that's very nice indeed. And I kind of like with the effect on it, and they kind of like dial back the sound, so it almost sounds like it is from like a Castlevania game, like an older game. But then we get into this nice guitar bit. So yeah, so we'll go talk about that last section there. So it kind of, we get some nice sort of very hard, fast-paced chords with a lovely kind of like very driven sort of drum underneath, and then you know, we get the guitar, which is very bouncy again, and it's just playing like chromatically, you know, descending chromatically, just kind of hammering on and pulling off. So kind of where it's just kind of bouncing off of the fret and just playing on one string, and then it's letting the string ring, much like in the iconic beginning to the song Thunderstruck. It's the same sort of technique, and it's very much a technique used in, you know, all kinds of rock and metal and things like that. So it's very cool indeed, and it kind of keeps that pace, and then that's nice because it switches into this more melodic guitar playing, which we'll get to now. So yeah, so that kind of nice melodic playing just through the scale, nice held, very nice. And then we kind of move on to this sort of synth as well. And this really does give it that kind of older, not quite 8-bit vibe, but kind of definitely around that sort of theme that gives it this arcade feel. I think that's probably what it's going for, the more arcadey kind of sound. That's one thing as well, actually, going on off of that arcade point, what I just said. Yeah, it reminds me, this song in general, the mix with the guitar and the synths, and the way that it kind of moves from more fast-paced to more melodic sounds, really reminds me of like the Street Fighter themes, Guile's theme, and things like that. And obviously, they're the same sort of genre of game, so it makes a lot of sense to kind of have those kind of connections, I suppose. But yes, anyway, let's keep going. So that whole bit is really nice. So it kind of carries on the same sort of melody line, but goes up in sort of tone, and then again kind of has the hammer on the pull off section, and then goes into a full legato playing of guitar, and then goes back into the melody section. So again, all of that mixture is all very nice, and obviously it gives us a lot of you know, flavor, and it makes the song a lot more, you know, dynamic in that sense. But anyway. melody. And you could set the rhythm guitar is also, or the rhythm in general is very, very nice. And there's been some really nice bass fills throughout the entire song. But also just to let those big chords hang as well as you let the melody kind of sit on top of it. The rhythm is very, very nice. Just in general, like it really supports, you know, and kind of sits nice and tightly underneath. Nice. So yeah, sort of ending again with that kind of you know, the hammer-ons again, and then kind of having that sort of synthy solo over the top of it. That keyboard synth, and I think they have like a roller where they can alternate the pitch and stuff, which is all very, very cool. Which is yeah, that's very much a classical kind of, like not classical, but a classic 70s sort of prog rock kind of thing, which is really, really nice to include that sort of thing. That was cool, man. That was a really, really cool song. And yeah, like you could tell it sits more in the where Guilty Gear was, I suppose, more of an arcade thing, fighter, but it delivers that kind of, again, the classical, the Dracula sort of themes in with the music nicely. And I think, obviously I can't tell, the image is not super clear, but that probably does make sense for this sort of kind of holy-ish looking character on the screen. And I'm assuming this is obviously a theme for sort of surrounding this person here. But anyway, let me know what you thought of Holy Orders. Be Just or Be Dead in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know why. Let me know what you'd like to hear on the channel next as well from Guilty Gear. I'd really appreciate that. Of course, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate that too. Follow my Twitch and my TikTok as well. I'd really appreciate that as well. But having said all of that, thank you all so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye.